Hey everybody, it's Karen from Waterfall Acrylics again, aka Wonder Woman. Just joking. Back for video number 2. 2 in one day, it's a twofer. As promised in video number 6, I'm still experimenting with the GAC800 recipe. This stuff right here with my PVA, my Albert's glue all, and about a cup of this, a cup of the glue all, and about 3 ounces of water, and that's it. I'm trying to do a pour tonight using blue blacks, a couple shades of red, and some whites, which is always tricky because those colors will always change into other colors. So colors for tonight are, I started with the cadmium red, deep red U here. I then took some of the crimson red and I modified it by adding a good healthy dollop of Payne's gray because I wanted a darker, deeper red. And so this is my homemade concoction there. Oops. Oh, you know what? It might help if I lower the camera. Sorry about that. Let me do that. So you can see the colors on the canvas. Let me back that up just a smidgen. And then, there we go. Over this way just a smidge. There we go. So, the crimson mixed with a little bit of Payne's gray looks something like this. So it came out really pretty. It's like a nice dark red, which is what I wanted. And then I have regular Payne's gray. And then I also have the, I can never say this damn word, the Philalox Cyan Blue, the green shade, which is blue. And then I modified that as well by adding a dollop of Payne's gray. One, to make it opaque, because it's semi-translucent or transparent, and hopefully that'll make it opaque. And I wanted it a little bit darker, so that's what I did to that one. And then finally I have the Grimbacher straight red, which I call the ketchup red. So you can see most of the cups are empty. I have gone ahead and mixed. My consistency for this, not as thin as this afternoon's poured video 6, but still pretty darn thin. There's no trace when it hits the cup. So I'm curious, if this turns out great. If not, another failed experiment. As you can tell, I've already scraped the canvas once, and that was an earlier effort that the composition I just felt was horrible. So mulligan, calling a mulligan, and I'm gonna redo it. So I have 2 cups. Did you guys hear that? That's my angry ice maker, and every couple hours it like spits out some crumbs into the little tray where you put your glass, and it goes, here's your damn ice. And it always makes my family giggle when it does that. So sorry about that. I already mixed 2 cups. I have a little bit left to go in these other 2 cups, so I'm just going to top these off with my whatever's remaining. I've been trying to be really careful in keeping the white away from the red so they don't make pink. And trying to layer my Payne's gray and my dark blue in between those colors. We'll see if that works or not. And I have this vision in my head of what I want this to look like, but you all know with this art form, that never pans out, ever. But you know, aim high, go big. I say go big. And if you mix your own colors and decide to add black or white to something, I just recommend you just do a little bit at a time until you get your shade. Don't do what I do or have done in the past and dump a whole bunch of white or black into a color and then totally ruin the shade you were going for. Slow and steady wins the race on that one. So that's the end of the dark red. Let me kill off my blue in these 2 cups. Because the paint is thinner than I normally do, layering has been a real challenge. It's only layering now because the cups are getting fairly full, but when I started out, they were just dive bombing right into the white. So we'll see how that factors into everything. I tried, I'm on just a quest for the perfect recipe for pouring medium. And I know I've used Amory's in the past and I love it, but it's just fun to experiment, and I like the mad scientist aspect of this art form. So I always like to do that. I tried Vallejo pouring medium the other day. It's this stuff. Where is it? Right here. I got this at Dick Blick's. It makes fantastic cells. So if you want a canvas full of cells and nothing but cells, or you're struggling to make cells, highly recommend. Don't recommend it if you like background pours, and wear a mask, because it's the smelliest stuff ever. Oh my goodness, it stinks to high heaven. Really did not like that. I don't have any music on for you guys this evening. Earlier, I was listening to 90s alternative, which is basically grunge rock, but it was too angsty for me, and I was like, you know what? My life is pretty stressful right now anyway. I don't need to hear that. I've been a grumpy Gus for the last week or so, as I missed going to a conference to Denver, and I've always wanted to go to Denver, and this is the 3rd time where something has prevented me from actually landing in that damn city. So I'm just not meant to get to Denver. And then spent a week prepping for a community yard sale tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. But that's good because we're decluttering our house in preparation for a move to New York City, to Manhattan. And so, oh, look at that, I had 2 cups, never even paid attention. And moving, as we all know, is right up there with root canal, and it just sucks. It bites, ugh. I'm going up there next week, and my husband's gonna stay home with our daughter, and I have 10 days to find us a suitable apartment and a decent middle school for my kid. So that's gonna be challenging and stressful. And then come back and start packing. But you know, all that is temporary. I think the thing that's bumming me out is realizing that this art form, I'm gonna have to give it up. I just can't imagine doing these big pours. It's one thing to mess up my own kitchen in a home I own. I can't imagine doing this in a 1,000 square foot apartment. There's just not gonna be the room. So I'm probably gonna have to switch to high fluid on U-boat paper, or more likely alcohol inks. I am dying to try the Copic alcohol inks because I'm a big fan of the Copic markers. So anyway, I hope not. It's always good to keep your passion alive, and this is a good passion for me. All right. Can I just say, I wanted to kvetch about something for a second. Why in the hell are companies making bottles like this? Do you see this? Don't get me wrong. I love my art resin, love it, but I hate the flat top. I want to be able to get every ounce of the product in the bottle out. And I've noticed that a lot of art-related products in plastic bottles are the same shape. And if Heinz ketchup can figure out how to make a bottle with the opening on the bottom like it's upside down so you can get every drop of ketchup, surely paint companies can do the same. That's all I'm saying. That's my annoyance of the day. You know, first world problems and all that. All right, I think I'm ready got my 4 cups, and I'm not gonna do my normal tilt and drag. I'm just gonna flip all 4 of these down on the canvas and then do a bunch of tilting. So, oh boy, fingers crossed that this one works this time. 1. I'll put this one up high because it's got a lot of paint. 2. Oop. Well, I splooged the corner pretty good there. 2. 3. 4. That was messy tonight. I'll give those a second. The other funny thing is, you know, as we've been cleaning our closets and identifying clutter to go to a yard sale, in our office, we found a tripod, and I just thought that was funny as hell because, as I keep saying, I have a selfie stick duct taped to my paint cart. So I'm like, we had a tripod this whole time? Huh, who knew? And apparently we bought it when my daughter was a baby, and my daughter is now 12, so there you go. Give this another couple minutes, and I'm just gonna like kind of tilt these over. Let me see, which way do I go first? I pull them up here and just go like this. 1, 2, 3. I forgot to mention, I didn't want cells right away. I want to be able to torch my cells where I want them, which is, you know, most people are just happy to get cells, but no, I have to be difficult and want cells where I want cells. So that's the goal here, is to not have it cell up right away. I'm like, what is this crazy lady doing? Pretty happy about the colors. That's kind of what I had in mind, so I'm really happy about that with the different shades of red. So fingers crossed, man. Just gonna let that sit for a second, and I'll figure out how I want to tilt it. Let me move these guys out of the way. I figure I have, let's see, today's Friday night. I probably have 2 or 3 pours where I have time to do, and then I'll be gone for 10 days, and then I'll come back and be in pack out mode. So really the next couple days is it for me. So that's why I've been grumpy, because that just bums me out. Something fierce. So got that giant bubble right there. Can't pop. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pop some of the high bubbles just because they're bugging. No, I'm afraid to, because I don't want cells yet. So let me just go ahead and tilt this around a little bit and see what we get. Flow around. Let's go down. Kind of slow. And come back. Maybe go a little further. I don't like that little bit right there. Alright. The earlier effort on this canvas, I didn't make enough paint. And so I really had to stretch it out, and so much so that like the canvas was showing and it wouldn't sell because there just wasn't enough paint on the canvas. And so the composition looked horrible, and I'm like, oh, that's a do-over. All right. And come over this way. I love this moody dark red. And the moody blues too. The moody blues. Come over here. And back down to this one corner. Kind of keeping that red in the middle there, like that. And then down. Oh yay, got the canvas covered. Now it's just moving it around to see for composition what I like. I'm gonna go back up this way a second. Just because that red in the middle is so commanding. I'm gonna like, yeah, you know what? You're not the boss. You're not gonna be the boss. And then come back down. And I'm picking up some cells, so I'm gonna stop here in a second. And I left a couple spots there on the corners that I can touch up. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Started to sew up a little on me, but overall really, really happy. Could you imagine all that tilting while let me grab a paper towel. With cells, it would have been a stretched out mess. So I'm pretty happy with this. Not being stressed out. Let me grab a spoon too. Oh, they're in the dishwasher. Clean. One second. Alright, I'm just gonna let that rest a second. Touch up my couple corners. Grab some blue from over here. And let me get out the torch, see what we get. Pop some bubbles up high. And go in for the kill. Let me see, maybe along here, right down the middle. This white spot. This white spot, where I get some. Oh yeah. Oh, yes! I'm so happy. Where else? Some in here. And ta-da! I hope you guys like it. I will take photos, post them online. I'm leaving it. I'm done. Put a fork in it. Where are you guys? Oh, I'm down real low. Can't even see you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Just a little close-up of this finished sky. Hopefully I can figure out how to splice the two together. I'm sorry I rushed at the end there. I had to answer the door. So I'm borrowing a car, another SUV for the yard sale tomorrow. So let me zoom in on some other cool bits and bobs, like the middle. So I tried to leave some blank areas. As I mentioned, I like background. So up here, which is nice. I love this little section up here, this little cluster. And I like down here where it fades into the light blue. It's that little subdivision right here. Hey everybody. Try to hold this steady. Cells there. I like those guys. Did I say that already? Let me see if I can go up high. If I'm tall enough to get the whole thing. That's about, that's about the best I can do. And come back down. Really happy with the composition too. It's a nice design, nice flow. Celly, but not too celly, not a mass. I could probably have stood to do a little less, but I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for the support and for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.